Hi everyone, it is the Advocate here, and I'm just coming to you to talk to you about a couple of services that are out there for victims of crime or families that are trying to stay in the know. So, one of the things that is really fantastic is called Vines. It used to be called Vines. I think it's Vine-vinelink now. Um, it's amazing how things get started. Um, and just like Amber Alerts, how that began. And if you aren't sure of how something starts, then just, just Google it and watch a video or um, uh, I think there's some documentaries on how some of these stories have begun or how these systems that are in place have begun, just like the Amber Alert and also Vine or Vine-vinelink. So the Vine situation, which is actually, it's a victim notification system that links your information to an inmate. And so if the inmate is incarcerated, it will let you know if the inmate is released. Sometimes I think it even lets you know if they've been moved out of the prison, even if it's for a period of time for a court case or something. Like, I can't remember specifically, but it's been a minute since I've had to register anything there. So it's fascinating. How that began is these parents, their daughter had a boyfriend who was extremely violent. He had raped her. He was stalking her, extremely abusive, and he was prosecuted and he was in prison. However, they did not know that he got out. And nobody from the prosecutor's office notified them, which that is like totally taboo. Like, you would get notification on that. An advocate or a victim advocate or the prosecutor would know. I don't know if he was early released or what, but it was a strange story. It was out of Kentucky, so you could research that if you'd like to read more about it. So what happened was it was her 21st birthday, and she was out, and he found her and came up behind her, and she was sitting in her car, I believe, and he shot and killed her. And it was shocking to her because she wasn't like looking over her shoulder. She wasn't expecting him. And bam, there he was. And parents were devastated because of the failure in the system. And so that is how this was formulated, is, out of their pain and heartache, they worked with people in the system and came up with this process to link the victim's phone number and name to the offender and notify the victim when the inmate is released or transferred or moved, so that they can re-register. And it's just so brilliant. And so it's not a perfect system. I know that there have been mistakes, but you could always check in. I always would tell victims that I worked with, put it on your calendar and check it once a month or once a quarter if he's away for a couple of years or whatever, just so you can always make sure that they have your current information and that he's still at that location and something didn't happen where you got bumped from being notified. So I thought it would be really good information. I know in Ohio, we have it's hooked to our Attorney General's office as well through Victim Services, through VOCA, which is the Crime Victim Act, and crime victim compensation and Vines and all of that. Our Attorney General's office has all of that kind of like in one little section of his page altogether. So it's a one-stop shop for the victim. So you're not like all over the place and confused as to where to get information. I don't know about other states. I know I know that every state in the United States has a victim link for notifications of an inmate release. So I hope that's helpful to you if you know of someone, or if you ever do come across a situation, that you're prepared. All right, have a good day. And remember, speak out, stand up, because love shouldn't hurt.